is simply unaffordable, Honorable Minister. Just imagine a situation where a parent has more than one child. This is supposed to be money for food and rent. And yet, they are being told education is for free. Meanwhile, the fund allocated per learner are often delayed or insufficient, forcing schools to rely on parental contribution, a practice that undermines the very principle of free education. Honorable Deputy Speaker, parents cannot continue carrying the weight of costs that rightfully belong to the government. I therefore ask the Honorable Minister the following question. Honorable Minister, do we have free education policy in Namibia? Is the basic education in Namibia truly free? If so, what exactly does it cover? What measures are being taken to measure the free basic education to ensure that basic education is indeed genuinely free and that parents are not forced to pay for what the government promised to provide and has declared free? Honorable Minister, how will the ministry ensure that funds allocated per learner are sufficient and distributed to the schools on time? What steps are being taken to end these mandatory parental contributions? Finally, Honorable Minister, what mechanisms are in place to monitor compliance with the free education policy? Honorable Deputy Speaker, free education must not remain a slogan. It must be a lived reality for every Namibian child, rich or poor, in rural or in urban areas. I so submit.
Thank you. Please table. It's also camera that one or what? Thank you. I recognize Honorable Shitana.
My name is Agent.
Honorable Bundu.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable members, I give notice that on Thursday, the 30th of October 2025, I shall ask the following question to the Right Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Elijah Chitunga Ngurare, motivated by the growing nation concern over the continuous waste of taxpayers' money through unnecessary litigation, poor.
Yes. Honorable Veiko. No, I'm also talking so that they switch on because they can't see.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Yesterday, you make a good ruling on the compliance to the rules. I draw your attention to Rule 131, 1D. And that also goes with the first person who posed the question and the current member on the floor. A question may not contain arguments, inferences, opinions, imputations, epithets, and political matters. I'm seeking your indulgence, Honorable Speaker, that the statements, those are indeed arguments, those are inferences, those are opinions. Can I seek your call whether those questions does not violate the very same rule of the book which says you must uphold moving forward as from yesterday?
Okay. I think that one, the first one, you were late, you were here, you heard, so that one, you slept on duty. Okay, thank you. This one, Honorable Member, maybe let's just take note that when we pose the question, we at least conform to these rules. To error is nothing, but when we are made aware of it, I think from that on, it becomes now negligence not to adhere to that. I think you take care. Maybe going forward also, The rules are not also clear what must I do in the sense of that when there are imputations. But I think going forward, maybe opinions, arguments, everything that is contained there in terms of the rule, we must try to abide. Are you then able to rephrase your question within conformity of the rule, Honorable Member?
Yes, Honorable Speaker, can I just submit? Then I know next time.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So withdraw, correct it, and then come back. Is it fine? Okay. Thank you very much. I don't know now. Let me first take Honorable Shitana.
Finally, it has to be corrected. Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker. I rise to ask the Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Fishery, Water and Land Reform.
20 minutes there.
Yeah, there's a distraction. Yeah, Honorable Minister. Okay. Okay. Honorable Minister, there is an issue going on in Ohangwena region, in the constituents of Omdongilo or Congo constituency. Yeah, there is a 50 family members who are facing evictions, who got a letter of eviction from Land Board Committee from Enana, and they were given that evictions from the 27th of last month to the 30th of this month. And this issue, it really brought a serious confusion in the community, and it also affected them because they don't know what to do. The question is the minister aware of such incident? And if the minister is aware, what are you going to do to at least assist these people not to panic? Because as far as it's concerned, they fear, they were not told where to go, they were not given a chance to pack their things because they have been there for more than 15 years, and they are given a notice of 1 month to vacate. And they have kids that are schooling there. They have everything there. And this is a serious concern. That's why I put it as an agent, because the due date is end of the month and they don't know what to do. So can you give a directive what is happening, and if the things is revised, can you give a direction to the councillors to tell people not to panic, because there's a very, very terrible situation which is happening there, and it's inhuman to be acted that way. I submit.
For questions. Opinions, imputations, assumptions are not allowed. Arguments. There is an issue in Okaludi village about the eviction of desperate members. Honorable Minister of Agriculture, is it possible to share light so that we can know? I mean, I'm just saying that is how the question should be. Not to say give direction, instructions and all this. Okay. Thank you. No, it's the rules, Honorable Member. Okay, Honorable Minister. No, this is a question from here to the Minister. No, I will give you. You come after. Honorable Minister, you have the floor.
Honorable Deputy Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Member. I'm not aware about this particular situation. I will look into it and then give you direct feedback. However, there are certain circumstances under which an eviction order might occur. Depend on who owns the land, who gave the eviction notice. Is it the Ohangwena Regional Land Board? Is there a dispute between two individuals, the owner of the piece of land and those who were occupying it, the circumstances under which they were occupying it? So there are many permeations that I don't have at this stage. So, Honorable Member, I really appreciate the question, but please give me time to go and get the correct information and then come and provide proper feedback. Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. No. Honorable Member, the rules are saying, no. You see, the responsibility I have is maybe not to judge whether the question is urgent or not. The rules does not empower me that. The rule says the presiding officer may allow time. What I'm empowered is time for urgent questions to ministers on any sitting day. Urgent questions may be asked without notice, must be short to the point, and must far as possible be answered immediately. Subject to the discretion of the presiding officer, a member, supplementary questions may be asked to elucidate an answer. The time allowed for urgent questions must not exceed 20 minutes on each day. Now, when there is an answer provided, I can allow subsequent. Now, there is no answer, and the minister says he needs further information on that. And I think it's a matter that the minister is committed. The two members can engage, and the matter can be taken up to there. But in terms of bringing it to their attention, there is this matter in that particular constituency. So I step down from that. Thank you very much. Honorable Karonda.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Mine goes to the Minister of Lands as well, but this time it has to do with water. In the Okakarara constituency, specifically Ochituo and Okamatapati, there has been discontinuation of water supply to those farming communities, and it's a problem that has been recurrent. And I would really want to know exactly what government position is with regards to that situation and the debt that these farmers owe to NamWater. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Minister, that's a classical, short, precise. I never knew you are such a good student, Karonda. No, please. Honorable Minister.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker and Honorable Karonda. I know you asked me that same question on WhatsApp the other day. Indeed, Honorable Karonda, thank you very much again for bringing that urgent issue to this August House. We are very aware of the precarious situation around that area. The ministerial team met on Monday, plus all our regional heads from the various regions, and we look at all the reports that have been given, including that one, and we have devised a plan for emergency response to those areas. So the plan is now at the emergency procurement request basis, and once we get that one, we should be able to resolve on the basis of ESD of available resources, but we know where the hotspots are, and we'll be focusing on those hotspots. Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. I now recognize Honorable Brinkman.
Deputy Speaker, my minister is not here, so I don't know now.
Okay, thank you. Honorable Dingara.
I raise on a point of privilege.
Yes.
Just to congratulate you for the way you are steering the House. It's very excellently.
Yeah, no, it seems we need laughter from revealing the WhatsApp messages to now giving. You know, when you hear point of privilege as a presiding officer, you already put you in your mood now to find the rule. Now the member. Okay, thank you very much. Laughter is needed, Africans. We save this country. We make mistakes. We are all sinners, ne? The Bible says so. The only difference is we choose which sins we want to crucify and which ones, where we are, we don't want to see them. Unfortunately, the priest is also here. You know that he was a Catholic priest. Okay, thank you very much. Now we have disposed of questions. No? Yeah, urgent questions, notices of motions. Okay. Message from the head of state. Ministerial statement. Thank you. Now it brings us to the thick book. Maybe we can try and cut out some pages going forward, isn't it? Okay, we are going to the green book. Questions? Come again. Hello? Message. Okay, why is he? Huh? Yes?
I always give you a privilege. No, I just seek your indulgence, and I believe everybody will want to benefit from this. Honorable Deputy Speaker, we are now aware that we are now in a special session to do with the budget. The customs of these proceedings, ordinarily we engage on the floor, on with your direction, to find out whether we maybe have to suspend the questions or to handle how many of the day, and then we go to the budget. So you just guide us, because we might, the normal process, because we might, the questions we might go there up to 5:45, and we don't finish with the budget. I just want your guidance, how to move forward in terms of that practice.
Okay.
Just your guidance,
Thank you very much. I didn't want also to reveal calls and so, but I think it could have been easier just to reach out to the presiding officer. But for the betterment of all of us, yesterday I announced that the paper there cannot be followed because we have not consulted. When we are in that special period, we consult the chief whip and draw up the modalities in terms of time allocation. That did not happen. We are supposed to meet the chief whips. I even made the announcement yesterday. None of the chief whips stayed behind. No, you stayed maybe for engagement. You did not come to me and say, Chief, I'm here. Let us be honest. So on the basis of that, it becomes difficult that we have not reached consensus about the time allocation. It's not a unilateral position that must be imposed. It's a consensus approach that must be approached. And I even said the others will take up the time. So therefore, even the allocation that was made, we need to filter in what those who have taken up the time yesterday. And that is the engagement I wanted to have a discussion with the chief whips, which unfortunately did not take place. So chief whips, I'm asking you again, can we meet tomorrow? No, tomorrow. I'm flexible in terms of time so that we can just discuss the matter. A chief whip that is not there, I'm told he's sick, he can just send a representative so that we can just meet as possible. Thank you very much. Is it in order? Thank you. No, I'm saying I'm flexible because I don't want to impose. I don't know how is your schedule. As a presiding officer, I must humble myself and try and accommodate 10 o'clock. Is 10 fine? Freeze? Somewhere? 10? 10? Okay, so the time is set for 10. We'll come together and then set the program, and then maybe from thereafter we'll decide in terms of the appropriation. Okay, thank you very much. Ministerial state. Okay. privilege. Eh? I think it's ministerial statement. Okay. Okay. Thank you, YC. Yeah, now it takes us to questions for today. We'll now go to question 3. A question posed by Honorable Venani of PDM, which is directed to the Minister of Works and Transport. Does Honorable Venani or any other member put a question?
Yes, Honorable Deputy Speaker, put the question.
Thank you. Honorable Veiko Nekundi, the Minister.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, Deputy Speaker. I'm happy that I'm here today, and the media complaining that I'm not here is not here today.
Honorable Minister, the floor is to answer. You directed me to stick to the rules, no opinions, no imputations. No.
That's on the questions. That's on the questions.
Nekundi. Honorable Nekundi, you directed me.
That's on the questions. Those rules on the questions, not on the answer.
No. Go in. Okay. Just take a seat.
No.
Just take a seat. No, just take a seat. Answers. Let's go to answers.
I abide.
No, let's go to answers. Help me there. Where is answers? 134. Is it 132?
132.
The following general rules apply to answers. In answering a question, a minister must not debate the subject to which it refers to, and an answer must be relevant to the question. So any statement you make in terms of the answer must be relevant to the question.
I said I abide, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
No, I also just wanted, I didn't want just to quote any, because I know it's in the rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Honorable Speaker, what I said, it was not an answer. That rule relates to the answer. I was not answering. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the question is of paramount importance, and it is important to underscore that the government procurement operates within a dual policy framework designed to address distinct fleet requirements with appropriate fiscal discipline. Honorable members, for our general operational fleet servicing the day-to-day functions of government, policy prescribes that vehicles remain in service for a maximum of 5 years or 120,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. Upon reaching this threshold, vehicles are disposed through public auctions subject to Treasury approval, ensuring transparency and optimal value recovery for the state. Thus, the procurement of vehicles for the public office bearers is governed by the policy established by the Public Office Bearers Commission, an independent statutory body whose mandate includes determining appropriate conditions of service for the public office bearers. Under this framework, Honorable Deputy Speaker, fleet replenishment occurs at each new term of the administration or appointment thereto. Office bearers pays 1.5% monthly of the vehicle's value throughout the tenure of the vehicle allocated to them or they are serving the state. 2, the office bearers retain purchase options of the vehicles allocated to them at the conclusion of their term at a 20% annual depreciation rate less $100 per every 1,000 kilometers driven on that car. Vehicles not purchased by the office bearer concerned are disposed of through public auction with the approval of the Treasury. This principle necessitates the new fleet procurement with each incoming government term, a cycle that one might observe provides periodic stimulus to our domestic automotive sector, though I assure you this is a consequence rather than an objective. Vehicle specifications of public office bearers are determined by the Commission based on the functional requirements and physical realities. During the previous term, the policy allocated sedans for urban use with shared off-road vehicles for rural and constituency engagements outside the urban centers. Cognizance thereto, recognizing the current physical constraints and the impracticality of having office bearers deliberate with vehicles to use with which journey, the Commission has resolved to revise the policy proposition to the vehicles issues. The current framework permits procurement of one off-road vehicle per office bearer, that means no more 2 vehicles, serving both on and off-road requirements. This eliminates dual vehicle usage, reduces fleet size, and simplifies logistics, a rare instance where doing less actually achieves more. Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable Member, first on behalf of Honorable Venani, the recent vehicle procurement, insofar as December procurement is concerned, with appreciation of the policy as I outlined prior, I can inform this very important House of this Republic that the Ministry of Works and Transport has procured 20 Toyota Prados vehicles for the pool for the current term's public office bearers fleet, cognizance that there was a moratorium not to buy vehicles for the just ended term, which ended on the 20th of March 2025. That term, there was no cars purchased. The expenditure allocation, the total expenditure for this vehicle procurement amounts to $24,650,298 sourced from the operational budget allocation approved by this August House, not the present, but the previous administration. I note for the record that this represents approximately 1.2 million per vehicle, a figure that warrants contextualization against the vehicle specifications, which I shall address in my response as follows. 1, the primary is the cost effectiveness and transparent procurement measures. Honorable Deputy Speaker, the Honorable Member's question regarding the cost effectiveness and transparency touches upon the principles that lies at the very heart of responsible public administration. I am therefore pleased to provide comprehensive details. Vehicles procurement demands a rigorous assessment extending well beyond simple purchase price considerations. It's not like buying a chocolate. It's a serious procurement considerations. Our accountability framework encompasses, therefore, the durability across various or a variety of operational environment, from the tar roads or bitumen roads to the sandy, tough terrains of the Zambezi regions, Hangwena regions, Omaheke regions, and the many other typical regions. The maintenance requirements and the availability of service networks throughout our 14 regions, so that our members so allocated does not get stranded in a region where that service is not available. post-service life cycle costs, including resale value and disposal considerations. User safety, which is all our responsibility as members of parliament to ensure safety, which remain paramount in our procurement decisions. This last point bears emphasis that these vehicles serve office bearers across the political spectrum, including the leader of the official opposition, of which the member who placed this question was, when he was the leader, was a beneficiary to such vehicle procurement considerations and value proposition thereof. Honorable Deputy Speaker, the procurement process was conducted with a full transparency and in strict accordance with the Procurement Act, which this very august House have passed through. The timeline and all matters are as follows. On the 19th of June 2024, the public advertisement tender was published in the Namibian newspaper and the New Era publication. That bid closed on the 2nd of August 2024. The following entities submitted bids for this procurement: MNZ Motors Limited, Indongo Toyota, Performance Development Center CC, Hobabes Toyota. As such, Honorable Deputy Speaker, Hobabes Toyota emerged as a successful bidder following a comprehensive evaluation against predetermined criteria. All unsuccessful bidders received formal notifications detailing specific reasons for non-selection, because transparency requires not a mere announcing the winners, but explaining to all participants how decisions were reached. A 7-day standstill period was observed in accordance with the procurement law, allowing unsuccessful bidders the opportunity for review and, if warranted, response. This procedural safeguards ensures that procurement decisions can withstand scrutiny and challenge. The Toyota Prados was selected on the following key ingredients: superior durability, proven across diverse African terrain conditions; renowned reliability, reducing operational downtime; maintenance cost efficiency over the vehicle's operational life cycle, which is 5 years, or the 120,000 kilometers; service availability throughout Namibian regions, a critical consideration given our geographic spread. Honorable Deputy Speaker, I would like to observe that while some may question the initial capital outlay, the true measure of value lies not in the sticker price, but in the total cost of ownership. A cheaper vehicle that spends half its service life under repair represents false economy, a lesson government has learned occasionally through expensive experiences. However, the single off-road vehicle policy compared to the previous dual vehicle allocation represents substantial savings that entails reduced initial capital outlay, simplifies fleet management, reduced maintenance complexity and cost, improved disposal efficiency. These principles underscore our unwavering commitment to fiscal prudence and procurement accountability in all government transactions. We must thank the government of Namibia in that regard. We seek not the cheapest option, but the best value, a distinction that separates prudent stewardship from penny-wise, pound-foolish decision-making. In conclusion, this procurement exemplifies government's approach to balancing functional requirements, fiscal responsibility, safety imperatives, and transparency obligations. The vehicles serve not personal convenience, but official duties, enabling office bearers to reach communities across our vast nation, from the Kunene to the Kavango, Ohangwena to Karas, Erongo to Maheke, often on roads that test both the vehicles and the occupants. I trust Honorable Fries, through you to Honorable Venani, this you would appreciate, and I thank you very much for this application. I'm prepared to give you the copy there. Thank you.
Thank you. You just need a copy. Thank you. I think the copy can be provided. The next question is question 4. Yeah, okay. Again by Honorable Venani to the Minister of Works and Transport.
Yes, Honorable Deputy Speaker, I move again.
Thank
for the
you.
question.
Maybe you can just keep the questions, the answers, so that we just give it in one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When you ask, I thought he says, yes, I do, but I apologize. Honorable Speaker, Deputy Speaker, this question is to do with the government assets, and I will then go in the response as follows. I'm pleased to provide this Honorable House with an overview of the government's immovable asset portfolio. Honorable Kangulu, please listen to me. In brief, the total value of the immovable assets recorded thus far, Honorable Deputy Speaker, I want to underscore thus far, because we are still compiling and editing, okay, stood at over 47 billion Namibian dollars, comprising of plus minus 9,640 individual fixed assets. And this we are still busy compiling. Okay. Before we close, I might come back with the possibly then final list of these values and the total assets. Okay. Honorable members, may I observe that I state my apologies. This is not, I assure you, a matter of appreciations, but rather a reflection of administrative reality. Government assets are not static museums. They constitute a dynamic portfolio. Assets are continuously being acquired to meet emerging service delivery needs of our people, while others are disposed of in accordance with proper procedures when they have outlived their utility or when strategic reallocations serve the public interest more effectively. Thus, the asset register is very much a living document responding to the evolving needs of our nation. To provide a fixed number today would be outdated by tomorrow, a characteristic shared, one might observe, with legislative amendments in each year's chamber. Regarding the movable assets, each ministry maintains its own database reflecting the diverse nature of equipment, vehicles, and other movable property required for their specific mandates. Consequently, the data varies across offices, ministries, and agencies. I would respectfully, Honourable Member, advise the Honourable Member that for a granular detail on movable assets and their respective values within each OMA, request such from the accounting officer through the appropriate parliamentary standing committees who maintain custody of such records in accordance with their statutory responsibility. The issue of the centralized assets tracking system, Honourable Members, The answer is clear, though I suspect the honorable member may have been hoping for more revelations. Honorable members, honorable speaker, the government maintains a centralized asset management system capturing comprehensive categories which include land, houses and flats, functional buildings, which is clinics, prisons, hospitals, and institutional buildings, that is schools. The system provides the government with institutional capacity to monitor, manage, and maintain accountability over public assets entrusted to our stewardship. On the issue of procedures for acquiring and disposing these assets, honorable members, to fully give direction to the lost and yet to the found, hopefully when acquiring assets, government adheres strictly to the procedures outlined in the Public Procurement Act 2015, Act number 15 of 2015. I would respectfully direct the honorable members' attention to section 27 of that very act, which articulates, with admirable clarity, the legal prescriptions governing assets acquisition. While I'm always willing to illuminate legislative provisions for honorable members, I am confident that a careful reading of section 27 will prove more comprehensive than any summary I might offer from this podium. The Act, after all, was passed by this very august House. Hence, the disposal of existing assets follows an equally rigorous process. Treasury authorization must be sought from Ministry of Finance, guided by Section 18 of the State Finance Act 1991, Act number 31 of 1991. This dual legislative framework ensures that both acquisition and disposal occur within clearly defined parameters, preventing arbitrary or imprudent decisions regarding public assets. Honorable members, on the issue of assets accountability mechanisms, the questions of accountability is one this government takes with the utmost seriousness, as well it should, given that we have responsibility thereto. In line with the prescribed legislation, government treasury does not approve disposal of any immovable asset without a thorough and independently approved valuation from the valuer general, assessing both current value and depreciation. This provides objective market benchmarking and protects the state from disposing of assets below fair value. Honorable members, no asset is acquired without due diligence process conducted through the office of the valuer general. This safeguards on both the acquisition and disposal sides ensures that the state neither overpays nor undersells its properties. I assure this House that upon receipt of the requisite information, the Ministry will act decisively to address any verified irregularities and ensure justice for affected parties. Honorable members, lest there be any misapprehension, I wish to state very clearly, the asset register is not absent. Government employs a prescribed uniform stock control system for recording and managing all our government assets. Annual stock-taking exercises are conducted systematically to verify physical stock on hand, with results integrated into a public financial management framework. This ensured that the asset register reflects actual holdings rather than mere historical records, distinguishing, if I may say so, between what we think we have and what we actually have. a distinction that has occasionally eluded other institutions. While our systems are robust, we remain committed to continuous improvement in asset management practices, recognizing that effective stewardship of public resources is not a destination but an ongoing destiny. Honorable Member, in conclusion, I trust these responses demonstrate that the government assets management framework is comprehensive, legally grounded, and subject to rigorous accountability mechanisms. Our systems may not be perfect, perfection being a standard even beyond this House. Therefore, Honorable Member, I submit this response to your good questions presented. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, next is question 11 by Honorable Mbinge to the Minister of Works and Transport. No. Do you put the question, Honorable Mbinge? But sometimes that yes I do is not picked up. Oh yes I do. Okay. Yeah, some of us are, so we forget that Brenda Fassi. Okay. Yes, Honorable Minister.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable Member. I wish to express my appreciation to the Honorable Member for raising these important questions regarding government office accommodation. These matters warrant a thorough examination, and I am pleased to provide comprehensive responses for the benefits of this House. Some answers you might not like them when they come, but they are very comprehensive. Government office space rental policy. The government approach to office accommodation is guided by principles of fiscal prudence and strategic resource allocation, aligned with broader national development priorities. Constructing government office infrastructure requires significant capital outlay. When weighted against our diverse national imperatives, such as development of clinics, schools, and the provision of medical equipment, social assistance to our needy communities, and the public sector compensation, strategic decisions must be made regarding the optimal allocations of available resources. Honorable Deputy Speaker. Given the prevailing economic conditions, which is real, rental arrangements provide the state with the necessary operational flexibility while preserving capital resources for more immediate service delivery imperatives. This pragmatic approach is not unique to government. Private sector entities, including political parties such as the PDM, This pragmatic approach, Honorable Deputy Speaker, is not unique to government. Private sector entities, including political parties such as PDM, similarly rely on rental facilities for their operation. In fact, PDM.
No, Honorable Member. The member posed a question.
Which question? Which question?
That
I'm answering.
Huh?
I'm answering. What was the question? What's the question?
What was the question?
Yeah, what's the question? Answer the question. Now, what's the question? What's the question? No, what is the question? What is the question? What is the question first?
Huh? No, man, Honorable Mekundi, no.
What is the question?
No, Honorable Member, no. Don't compute opinions and everything. The same rule you quoted.
No opinion. No opinion.
But You are not right, honorable member. You are not right. You are not right, honorable member. Please. No, just wait. Just wait. Yes. No, honorable member, I know you as a quiet person. What happened now? Okay. Please, honorable Nekundi, please.
I want to understand the honorable deputy speaker.
Yeah.
The question must be put in context. The question is, no, hold on. The question is, hold on. I know all of you brought your mouth to parliament, but there are rules.
Bye.
It's true. We can't talk at the same time, honorable speaker. We can't talk at the same time. We can't sing together.
Okay. No, I think on this trend, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yes. Just wait. I forgot your name. Kalimbo. Please.
Yeah, thanks very much, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Nekundi, as much
address the...
Yeah, as much as we respect you, we really want you to provide the answers as they are posed to you. You are a representative of the government, and people out there, they expect answers as they are put. The answers are not for Honorable Mbinge. Yeah. The answers are not for PDM. These answers, the nation is awaiting, and with respect, the respect that we have for you, please, do it with respect, not with one wanting to shame the other person with the background where the person is coming from.
Okay.
Please, we respect you. And
thank you.
Speaker, please.
Thank you.
We want to be guided by that.
Yeah. Okay. No, Honorable, I give you the floor to answer. Okay. Can you...
No. Deputy Speaker, the challenge we have in this House is of a serious nature. It's of a very serious nature. And then possibly let's address the challenge we have and let's move forward. Okay? There is a questions put here. But before these questions are put, there are statements that we must respond to. Yes? Because they are on record. Okay. They are on record. Unless, Honorable Deputy Speaker, you say there must be no statements prior to a question. But you can allow executives to appreciate the utterances, but the ministers may not respond to those utterances because they are put as facts.
Okay, sit, Honorable. Honorable Nekundi, with due respect, yes, I don't want to go into a verbal tete-a-tete with you. Two wrongs has never made one right. We started on a bumpy road that has been agreed. Even the answer, that's why the answer says minister has got 5 minutes, but we all go beyond. Because in the beginning, we never checked the time, so I'm applying that flexibility also in the answer. Where we are, we have said, when we become aware of the rule, that becomes the set part going forward. These questions were posed long time ago, maybe without the rules being emphasized, but as of now, we have set the boundary. And you is the first person who let disqualify the question of Honorable Mbundu on the basis that it contains a lot of that. On the basis I can take it from any other member, but you are the first person today who brought it to my attention that that question contains a lot of imputations and whatever. And on the basis of that, we say that question cannot be submitted, the member must go back and rearrange or restructure the question. Now you have got the opportunity, now that you have made the presiding officer and the members aware of that fundamental rule, you can't be the first one to come with imputations because there is another wrong there and that wrong must be corrected by your wrong. I don't think that is justice, Honorable Member.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, You will make a ruling, and I respect your ruling. Your ruling says it must never be argued against, so it's fine. I will proceed. Honorable Deputy Speaker, maybe before I just also respond, just to guide me on the privilege in the same way. In moving forward, how do we handle if the questions are 10, the answers will go with, how do you handle it? Just to guide me. And also moving forward now, that we now, hold on. I just want to guidance. Now we put up the good framework of the rules. Now we say today, moving forward, as we started today, all the rules must be complied.
You said even I started yesterday. I made a good ruling.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Since yesterday.
Yeah.
Now, my answers are not prepared in line with the 10 minutes. Do you allow me now? Can you then? Are you condoning me then to proceed below that? I guess what the rule is. I don't follow the rule. Just guide me.
Okay.
I will not argue against it.
No.
That's why we don't want the point of order that I'm out of the time. Just your guidance.
I said that's why I'm flexible in the time. Because when these questions were posed, we were never strict on the time. That implies that in terms of time, there is that relaxation. Isn't it?
Thank you very much.
The Queen's language.
No, very good. I appreciate Honorable Deputy Speaker. I always believe that your judgment is always correct.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. You have now put me off balance, but I will put myself on balance. Then there is an issue. There is an issue of the annual rental expenditures versus construction cost. Honorable members, a comprehensive financial analysis provides valuable context to this discussion. To construct office accommodations suitable for plus minus 300 employees in Windhoek would necessitate a capital investment ranging between 600 million to 700 million in Windhoek. Considering that most ministries based in Windhoek accommodate in excess of 500 employees, these corresponding capital requirements would be substantially high. For the current financial year, the government's total rental expenditure amounts to 364 million, representing an increase from the previous year's 342 million. I note for the record that both appropriations were duly approved by this very august House, knowingly it will be for rental. Hence, taking that in context, with the substantial upfront construction cost, the rental model permits fiscal latitude to address other pressing government priorities while sustaining effective ministerial and agency operations. Honorable Speaker, the member is threatening me with the eyes. Honorable Deputy Speaker, on the issues of the comparative bidding process for rental agreements, all government procurements, including the leasing of office accommodation, is governed by the Public Procurement Act of 2015, a legislative framework established by this very august House. As a form of procurement, rental agreements are subject to the full spectrum of procedures and controls stipulated under this very Act. The responsibility for selecting appropriate procurement method lies with accounting officers who are, in this case, who are to rent this property. The government remains unwavering in its commitment to upholding transparency, competitiveness, and legality in all procurement-related undertakings, including the securing of office accommodation. To the best of my knowledge and information availed to the Ministry of Works and Transport, rental agreements are procured in accordance with the applicable legal provisions. The measures to prevent overpayments for rental spaces, Honourable Member, through the Deputy Speaker, the Ministry of Works and Transport undertakes regular market assessments to ensure value for money in government rental arrangements. In April 2025, Honourable Deputy Speaker, the Ministry of Works and Transport conducted a detailed market survey of rental rates within the Windhoek Central Business District, CBD. The objective was to ensure that the government's rental agreements remain competitively benchmarked against prevailing market conditions. The results demonstrate that private sector entities pay on average 57.71 cents per square meter, more than the government equivalent office space in the same locality. This evidences that government's rental procurement decisions are underpinned by the cost effectiveness and ethical stewardship of public funds. The Ministry continues to monitor market trends to ensure responsible utilizations of state resources. On the issue of government versus private sector rentals, again, Honourable Deputy Speaker, I must respectfully submit that the premise underlying these questions require reconsiderations in light of available evidence. As detailed in my previous response, empirical data demonstrates that government secures rentals rates that are $57 per square meter lower than those paid by the private sectors within the CBD of Windhoek. However, should the Honourable Member possesses alternative verified, credible information that challenges this empirical evidence, I would welcome such submission to the Ministry of Works and Transport for further consideration and appraisal thereof. Honourable Member, I want to jump this one because it was sarcastic. I'm very honest as always, just like Swap is honest. Honourable Member, the Ministry of Works and Transport maintains a comprehensive inventory of all state-owned assets and their current utilization status. If the Honourable Member has knowledge of specific premises that meet such criteria, including details regarding their location, structural conditions, and functional stability, I would encourage such a submission to the Ministry of Works and Transport directly or through the desk of this very august House, Honourable Member. On the renegotiation of existing rental agreements, Honourable Deputy Speaker, given the documented evidence indicating that the government secures rental rates substantially below those prevailing in the private sector, the premise of these questions warrant perhaps reconsideration. The existing rental arrangements reflect demonstrable value for money when compared to the market standards. Nevertheless, our government remains committed to the ongoing review of all contracts to ensure continuous fiscal prudence and compliance with relevant legal and regulatory frameworks. Honourable Members, I must highlight that the detailed contractual information includes commercial sensitive context, therefore it's difficult to present it in the public domain without the consent of the other party, which we must safeguard. This protects both government interest and observe contractual confidentiality obligations with the service providers. Comprehensive data may be assessed through formal parliamentary procedures governing requests for detailed financial documentation as provided for in the standing rules and order of this very august House. This ensures that security, confidentiality, and the contextual accuracy considerations are properly addressed while maintaining appropriate transparency. I submit, Honorable Deputy Speaker, through you to the Honorable Member. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any follow-up?
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. Allow me to thank the Honorable Minister for responding to my questions with mixed feelings. I'm a bit wonder why is he picking on either me or PDM?
No, my sister. Follow-up question.
Yes,
Follow
I will.
No,
and please let me have only one deputy speaker.
Okay,
That's the right thing to do in the House of Elders.
Thank you.
Is to have one deputy speaker.
Okay.
Thank you so much for the answers provided. Despite your answers, Honorable Ministers, the Namibian nations want buildings. Government should own buildings. If the government does not have money, why would you like PDM to have more money than you? If the ministry doesn't have money to build.
Thank you very much.
So we are requesting the government to have buildings of its own, not renting and trying to enrich the few.
Okay.
We should construct buildings in our country.
Thank you. That's rather a comment, Honorable Nekundi. There is no, you see, just wait, just, yeah.
That is a statement.
And that is what I'm saying.
That no, but it warrants to be responded to. It must.
In order to create what?
No. We must be fair. That is exactly where point of privilege is allowed. Is exactly where point of privilege is allowed. You can't allow one to be attacked and one must keep quiet after that. You can't. Then we are not fair.
So you want to attack back?
Not attack. Is to provide context.
No. You see, Honorable, I stopped the Honorable Member in the start, not as if I keep quiet. And therefore I said the opportunity that is granted after questions, after answer, is for supplementary follow-up. But I want to quote, I don't know where is it, the rule.
Point of privilege. I know that rule. Point of privilege.
Okay. Yeah. But
point of privilege.
Yeah, but it's maybe just to correct, not to attack.
No. I will not do it. I will not.
Okay. Is it 3? Huh? Oh, on the strip it. Oh, 75. Fat your book. Oh, Honorable Nekundi.
I withdraw with the finger. Honorable Deputy Speaker, I will not do that, or just to respond to what is correct. The government of the Republic of Namibia have a number of buildings that it owns, occupied. One of such is this building we are in. It's a government building. Ministry of Works and Transport, Government Office Park, Fisheries, State House, and many others, and Finance, and Honorable Deputy Speaker, and Home Affairs, and I guarantee you, we will continue to build office accommodations for the government accommodations in as much as that we cannot build all at once. That is exactly the understanding. We are exactly building them as the resources are available, and we shall do that.
Okay.
So I just want to say that, Honorable Deputy Speaker, put that in context.
Thank you. Okay, we have come now, we have over tea break, but I wanted us to continue, But Honorable Klute said it's his birthday, so I must break so that at least outside there is something. You see, yeah, huh? No, no, just go and verify. I just wanted to announce that he says it's his birthday, I must break. You saw him coming here, ne? Huh? We can check the footage. He came here and said, Chief, please, just announce the break. I've got something, because I went to double check. So let's break and come back at 4:15, 4:20.
The National Assembly is set with 104 members ready to serve and shape the nation's future.
Rule 230, we are now representing the whole of Namibia once we appear.
96 elected members and 8 appointed by the President will debate policies, propose legislation, and work towards the nation's progress for the next 5 years.
The issue of policy instability.
There is the urgent issue of the National Youth Council.
Why are colonial laws hardly being implemented, such as the 1896 Red Line Street prominence?
They need inclusion, not tokenism.
Is the military going to deploy to ensure child safety, particularly in school environments and public spaces?
That is how seriously government took this issue. That we convened as a government and we said, what can we do?
Namibia is at war, not a foreign war, but one within our homes and communities.
The commitment is there, and we continue to endeavor that public service does not stop and that people are able to access government services at all times.
We have moved at a supersonic speed to implement impactful programs that improve the livelihoods of our people.
The National Assembly sits every week from Tuesday to Thursday at 2:30 in the afternoon. Follow the sessions and catch the week's highlights on Inside the Chambers program every Sunday at 4 p.m. MBC, it's ours.
And this is Situation Critical. Every Wednesday at 1900 hours, we bring you the latest news and current affairs. Now, you're a young person and you weren't born before independence, so you wouldn't really appreciate or share greater appreciation for that moment. We ask the tough questions. How would you describe the current status of TVET in Namibia in helping building national development? Challenge the narrative and bring you insights that keep you up to date. This is your platform, your voice, your issues, your solution. Don't just watch the show, be part of the conversation. Stay informed, stay engaged. NBC, it's ours.
This is Touch FM. It's everywhere.
National FM, Prime all the time.
Hardloop FM, leef in Afrikaans.
Ons denka podongo, ois dabari tuni jiheri po omulari wanjiri tiron baranga.
Sie sind bei Funkhaus Namibia, Deutsch gehört, gehört.
Kai samese, aridi hausau ausi.
CYS FM, Mamarato Aha.
Wato FM, Mutima wetu.
Kati FM, Kati tukwalapale tuli.
Mwanyi FM, Kai ni Kai.
Ka Radio, Onmoronyisima.
Located in the northwestern part of Namibia lies the Kunene region. Kunene region prides itself on being the most ethnically and demographically diversified region, rich with history and vibrant cultures, and it's home to Namibia's indigenous ethnic group called the Vahimba people, whose lifestyle, tradition, values, and culture have never transitioned to fit the modern times. This is the Great Kunene region. The region is the second largest of the country after Karas region, covering an area of 115,293 kilometers squared of the total Namibian land. Kunene region's capital is Opuwo. The region's name comes from the Kunene River, which forms the northern border with Angola. Kunene region is home to about 86,856 inhabitants, according to a census from 2011, representing about 4% of the Namibian population. The region comprises of 7 constituencies, namely Opuwo Urban, Opuwo Rural, Sesfontein, Korihas, Epupa, Ocho, and Kamanyab. The geography of the Kunene region is characterized by its stunning natural landmarks such as the iconic Epupa Falls, the vast expanses of desert in the Skeleton Coast National Park, and the towering Brandberg Mountain. These natural wonders not only attract tourists from around the world, but also play a crucial role in shaping the region's ecosystem and providing resources for its inhabitants. But perhaps what truly sets Kunene apart is its people. The Himba tribe, known for their distinctive, rich okra hairstyles and traditional way of life, add a layer of intrigue to an already captivating region. It's like stepping back in time and experiencing Africa as it once was, raw, untamed, and full of surprises. Delving into the historical background and cultural significance of the Kunene region reveals a rich tapestry of indigenous tribes, such as the Himba people who have inhabited these lands for centuries. Their traditions, landscape, and way of life have deeply intertwined with the landscape and have contributed to the shaping of the region's unique identity. Let's examine the economic development and key industries in Kunene, shedding light on how the traditional practices coexist with modern advances in sectors such as mining, agriculture, tourism, and conservation efforts. Understanding these industries help to paint a comprehensive picture of how the region has evolved over time while retaining its cultural heritage. The Kunene region is a land characterized by its diverse geography and striking natural landmarks. From the towering red sand dunes in the Namib Desert to the rugged mountains of the Brandberg Massif, the region is a study of contrasts. The landscape is punctuated by deep canyons carved out of the Kunene River, which winds its way through the arid terrain, providing a lifeline for both wildlife and human inhabitants. One of the most iconic natural landmarks in the Kunene region is the Epupa Falls, a series of cascading waterfalls that tumble down into a rocky gorge, creating a mesmerizing display of power and beauty. The falls are not only a popular tourist destination, but also hold cultural significance for the Himba people, who call this region home. In addition to its stunning waterfalls, the Kunene region is also home to unique geographical formations such as the petrified forests and ancient rock art sites that offer a glimpse into the region's rich history. These natural landmarks serve as reminders of the forces that have shaped this rugged landscape over millions of years. Overall, the geography and natural landmarks of the Kunene region are an integral part of its identity, attracting visitors from around the world who come to marvel at its beauty and immerse themselves in the rich cultural heritage. One of the most fascinating features of the region is the Kunene River. The river cuts through the rugged terrain like a hot knife through butter. It's a lifeline for both humans and wildlife alike, providing much needed water in an otherwise arid landscape. This river can be as unpredictable as a toddler on high sugar. And let's not forget about the wildlife that calls this region home. From elephants lumbering through the savannah to lions pawing in search of their next meal, there's never a dull moment when it comes to animal sighting in Kunene. It's like being on a safari 24/7, but without having to worry about paying a handful of money to experience this animal in their natural habitats. This region has been home to various indigenous tribes, such as the Himba and Herero people, who have inhabited the area for generations. These tribes have their own unique cultural practices and traditions that have been passed down through oral history and rituals. The Kunene region holds immense cultural significance not only for its local residents but also for its visitors who come to experience the rich tapestry of customs and beliefs that are still practiced today. The traditional dress of the Himba people, with their distinctive red ochre paste covering their bodies, is a visual representation of their cultural identity and connection to the land. Similarly, the Herero women's elaborate Victorian-style dresses pay homage to their history of resistance against colonization. The Kunene region is a melting pot of cultural diversity and traditions, each as vibrant and unique as the next. But perhaps another thing that truly sets Kunene apart is its music and dance. The rhythmic beats of traditional drumming can be heard echoing through villages, inviting people to join the festivities. From energetic tribal dances to soulful ballads sung under starlit skies, there's something truly magical about experiencing the music and dance performances in Kunene. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Kunene region is its wildlife and conservation efforts in place to protect it. The region is home to a diverse array of species, from majestic elephants roaming the savannas to elusive leopards lurking in the shadows. Conservationists in the area have their work cut out for them as they strive to balance the needs of both humans and animals in the wild and untamed landscape. The efforts to conserve wildlife in Kunene short of impressive. It's like watching a high stakes of Jenga, but with endangered species instead of wooden blocks. Rangers patrol the vast land, keeping a watchful eye on poachers who try to sneak in under cover of darkness. It's like a real-life game of cat and mouse, not only with the lions, but with humans too. The patrolling rangers do not mess around. They're like ninjas in khaki uniforms, stealthily tracking down any would-be poacher before they can do any harm. The economic development of the Kunene region is closely tied to its key industries, which play a vital role in shaping the region's prosperity and growth. In addition to tourism, agriculture also plays a crucial role in driving economic development in Kunene. The region's arable land and favorable climate supports a variety of crops such as maize, millet, and sorghum. Livestock farming is also prevalent in Kunene, with cattle rearing being a major source of income for many residents. These agricultural activities not only provide employment but also contribute to food security and sustainable development in the region. Furthermore, mining is another key industry in Kunene that has the potential to boost economic growth. The region is rich in minerals such as diamonds, copper, and semi-precious stones such as tourmaline and amethyst. The extraction and processing of these minerals have the potential to create jobs and generate revenue for the local government. Overall, the diverse range of key industries in Kunene play a pivotal role in driving economic development and improving the livelihoods of its residents. By harnessing its natural resources effectively and promoting sustainable practices, the region can continue to thrive economically while preserving its unique cultural heritage. The historical background of the region, with its deep roots in traditional Himba culture and history of colonial influence, add to its cultural significance and provides a rich tapestry of stories for visitors to uncover. With proper investment and sustainable development practices, the region has the potential to thrive while preserving its natural resources and cultural heritage. Overall, the Kunene region offers a fascinating blend of geography, history, culture, and economic opportunity that makes it a truly special place worth exploring. By understanding and appreciating all that the region has to offer, we can work towards ensuring its continued prosperity for generations to come.
Hardap region is a vast land of untapped investment opportunities those meetings, they would find out what is it that these people want, and they would then come back with this is what the people want, and the political leadership then would make decisions based on what people want at that moment and the availability of resources.
Philemon or whatever. The man is wise. He's always coming when he's needed. It's not this Philemon, Isaac, Petrus, Johannes. It's wise. Okay. No, we are just talking. We are at your question, Honorable Minister. We are at your question. So I was telling the member to put a question because I saw you inside. But let's just do it formally. Can just take a seat.
Oh.
Okay. Question 29, does Honorable Ipumbu put the question?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Mr. Speaker, with nice weather, I put the question.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Honorable Minister, are you able to assist with the answer?
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Is that question 29?
Yeah.
I think in respect of question 29, I continue to plead, to plead for reliance on Rule 134, sub Rule 6.
134.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay. I think the member also said the weather is good, so there is good weather, so I think we can use that latitude. Good weather, men.
Yeah.
The minister is pleading just for deferment. Okay. Thank you. So it means it must always rain, then calamity is there. Shitana. Question 63 by Honorable Kalangula. That's the Honorable. You put the question, thank you.
Yes.
Honorable Minister of Works and Transport.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, me and Honorable Member agreed outside that it will be deferred to next Thursday.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, I am not aware of such an agreement.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not aware.
Okay.
And as a result, we are in Parliament. Everything that we discuss should be on record and on hazard.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Deputy.
Okay. Honorable Minister. 134 subclause 6 can also assist.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, with that concurrence, is that this question will be deferred.
Okay. Thank you very much. I now put question 60. Okay, the member is not here. I now put question 74. Maybe this time you will confirm the discussion of outside. Honorable Kalangula, if there is any. Do you put the question? No.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, I put the question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Yeah, this is the one
maybe,
we agreed.
maybe your phone, man. Sorry.
I don't know what's wrong with my phone. Yes, Honorable Deputy Speaker, thank you very much. This is the one we agreed that I will answer today with my brother. Honorable Member, through the Deputy Speaker, I wish to address the observation made by Honorable Kalangula regarding the EWOS consignment in Walvis Bay and the payment status. I shall address this matter in conjunction with his first and second question, as they are intrinsically connected. The Ministry of Works and Transport, as the custodian of the weather services provision, bears the critical responsibility of sourcing, installing, and managing the meteo infrastructure to ensure a safe and reliable airspace for all aviation movements, inbound, outbound, overflight, and domestic operations. Honorable Armas, inbound means coming in. Hence, in fulfillment of this obligation, the Ministry of Works and Transport procured the automated weather observing system, which we refer to as EWS or EWOS, for our Meteo Service Unit through a competitive bidding process, bid number G/ONB/2/01/2021-222. The procurement timelines are follows. August 2024, the consignment was delivered at the port of Walvis Bay under MSC Yokohama XA418A, landing bill COSU 6378-260100 and MEDUUW 566084. That's how transparent we are, giving all the details. This consignment was cleared by customs January 2025. The planned installation, it was slated for May 2025 in terms of the agreements. Some challenges have occurred in the process and the technicians could not arrive. Subsequently, Honorable Member, Honorable Deputy Speaker, these technicians have arrived in Namibia on the 28th of September 2025. The implementation officially commenced then on the 1st of October 2025. As of the 14th October 2025, preliminary civil works, it's not mine, civil works commenced at Eros Airport, including site clearance, concrete foundation setups for the Eros mounting structure, trench excavations, and related preparatory tasks. The actual installations activities of the Eros at the Eros Airport are expected to begin on the 25th October 2025, 23, 24, 25, around the corner, just like Netumbo around the corner. Civil works at Hosea Kutako International Airport are scheduled to begin on the 27th October 2025. This phase, including the installations, is expected to be completed within 2 weeks. Installations activities at the Walvis Bay Airport will commence immediately following the completion of works at Hosea International Airport. Honorable Speaker, Deputy Speaker, the system was initially stored at the appropriate storage facility, and underscore the word appropriate, at the Walvis Bay Airport. However, during the first week of October 2025, the technicians traveled to Walvis Bay to conduct the equipment assessment, inspection, sorting, and subsequent transportation of the equipment to Windhoek for technical evaluation and installation preparation. Therefore, the statement that the equipments are non-functional are technically and English-wise falsehood and cannot be sustained on the floor of this honorable house. The OS system supplier have the following obligation in accordance with the signed agreement. A is a technical support. The supplier, in terms of agreement, is obligated to provide technical support for a period of 3 years. Spare parts supply, software updates, and comprehensive handover training encompassing installation procedures through to ongoing maintenance under reference GSS 73. The contract payment schedules adhere to standard procurement practices. A, 10% upfront payment upon contract award, and that was done in compliance with the contract standards. 60% upon delivery of the equipment, it was delivered, it was done. 20% upon successful installation and commissioning, waiting for that stage. 20% retention, performance guarantee, payable subject to contract terms. The 20% retention performance guarantee is payable against operational acceptance of the system as integrated in whole, and the time frame, therefore, such as when both parties are satisfied with the performance of the product so delivered and installed, and functionality certified. As such, Honorable Deputy Speaker, this phase payment structure protects the state's interest while ensuring supplier accountability throughout the installations and the commissioning process. On your third and last question, Honorable Member, no comment. The Ministry of Works and Transport has proactively undertaken substantive measures to align Namibia's capabilities with the United Nations Secretary General's early warning of all Last you forget, at its third meeting of 2025, Cabinet issued decision 1504-25-001, directing the Ministry of Works and Transport to upgrade the Namibia Meteo service to ensure early warning capacity and accurate forecasting of climatic conditions, thereby facilitating proactive response interventions. In response to this directive, the NMS has reached the final phase of organizational structure reforms designed to comprehensively address the early warnings for all framework. In fact, from the 23rd to the 27th of June this year, the Ministry of Works and Transport, through the Namibian Met Service, hosted the joint second intra-ACP climate services and related application and first space for early warning for Africa Forum. Honorable Member, I trust you will agree beyond reasonable doubt that our collective SWAPO and international travel, the investments and reforms underway in our meteo infrastructure reflects this administration's recognition that reliable weather services constitute a fundamental pillar.
Deputy Speaker, I think the last part that the Honourable Minister was not necessary.
No, just be a proper Namibian you.
Correction.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a very important question. Honourable Minister, I thank you very much. I thank you very much for coming forward to answer. But to my understanding, I understand this bid was given 2022. 2022, the bid, if that's correct, if you can just clarify on that. Hence that I'm saying aviation is a very unforgiving industry. So, when we speak of ICAO and its safety standards, Honourable Minister was just now at the ICAO Assembly on the 30th of September that spoke on climate change and safety. So understandably so, one would understand that an installation or rather a calibration of an instrument such as AWOS is very, very important to the safety of this airspace of Namibia. So it is imperative that such instruments are installed without any delays. Yeah. So on that, I would want to ask, and of course with the absence, when a delay as such is given, what is done with these tenderpreneurs that are given these tenders? And of course, with this risk taken through tenderpreneurs, how do we expect to attract airlines to our airspace and airports by not holding to account on those compromising on safety by delaying? Yeah. Because 2022, if that was the case, if the Honorable Minister... Can I just finish? Can I just be given?
You see, Honorable
There is a
Nekundi,
question.
Honorable Nekundi, two wrongs can make one right. And we have agreed. And please, I don't know what is it that we want to achieve. Maybe you must tell me, seniors and everything. Huh? And I am trying to give what I can. I can't give more than what I have. But if the members here is the reflection they want to propel outside and the commitment we have shown, then there is nothing I can do. Huh? Just wait. There is nothing I can do. I've got kids, and I told them, I want you to be successful. I will do my part. But there's one thing I can't do for you. I can't love you more than what you love yourself. Maybe I want you to be a doctor, but you don't want to be a doctor. You want that life. Then in as much as I'm providing you whatever, you will get the road that you want. So two wrongs, we have started nicely, you have brought the issue, you continuously, I don't know now, you want this interjection, please don't do it, withdraw. Now you are saying point of order, but the other one will refer me to say, because when he started, he said the last part of the Honorable Minister, is how he started. You see? Now what should I do? No. I must rule on issues. We've taken oath. We've prayed today. But constantly we are just there. The power I have, if that is, I can adjourn. And tomorrow then, where are we? It reflects on us.
When you are sober.
No, don't put words in my words. Just press and you say. Yeah. So, but Honorable, also, this is a follow-up. If you just follow, just as a follow-up in terms of the question.
I did so, Deputy Speaker. I just want that clarified. And of course, I thank the Deputy Speaker for bringing that. I would like to have a copy also.
Of the answer.
And invite the Minister also over time.
Okay.
To have coffee as he
No, that invitation, because you started already, you were denouncing each other. This one I will skip. And so, Honorable Minister, can you respond on the ECOWAS? Because the man was too technical. Me, I'm lost. Some of us, the only graduation gown I have is this one, me and Shitana. Kovi. Okay.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, it's possibly where I have difficulties. Because the rule says follow-up is of what I have responded. Now that is a new dimension of the National Assembly. It's not a question. Now how do I know that I have difficulties? National Assembly is not what the question was. The question was about the systems. Now it's not about the system. Now I don't know now, what now?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, if it's fine, Honorable Member, what you introduce is something new, but as I said, it's technical. I did not. I think if you are not satisfied, bring another question pertaining now. Yeah, okay. But now it's a question of interpretation. We have disposed of this one. But Honorable Nekundu, maybe I must, you see, you will help me to focus. But if you start to deviate, it makes it difficult for the next person. Two wrongs can't make one right. You know yourself that's why you see, I don't know the subject matter. So I'm trying to follow. Okay. One day, I'm putting a smile. You will face what you are doing to the next person. One day, you will face what you are doing to the next person. Yeah. No, it's not. What is the threat there? If I say one day, you will face the same, what you are doing to the next person. Where is the threat? African, this is English. One day. Karunga, tetu batere arshe, aishe. Okay, we are off there. No, Terera, I was on a lighter note. No, Yeah, I was on a letter note. Switch off, Honorable Kambala. Okay. Now we are going to, I'm also lost. We have disposed that question. It was number, okay, 74. We are going to 70, 75, 82. All the others are not here. Yeah, 79. No, I'm here. Okay, does Honorable Ligando put the question?
Is it not mine?
No, you are the ones who said 82, and then she said, I'm here. Okay, sorry, I withdraw that one. Okay, Honorable Ligando, do you put the question?
With pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Speaker.
Honorable Minister.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, honorable members, I rise to respond to the question raised by Honorable Roderick Likando regarding the human-wildlife conflict self-reliance scheme and the benefits derived by the community from wildlife conservation and tourism. Now, I don't have phones. Human-wildlife conflict is a multifaceted issue that demands a collective response. Namibia's rich wildlife endowment plays a vital role in attracting thousands of tourists annually, contributing significantly to the economic development and job creation. However, the Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism is acutely aware of the challenges faced by our rural communities and farmers due to this conflict. To address these challenges, the Ministry invests substantially resources in community extension programs. These initiatives aim to equip communities with knowledge, practical skills to mitigate and manage human-wildlife conflict through preventative and protective strategies tailored to reduce frequency and impact of such incidents. We have revised the national policy of human-wildlife conflict management to guide our efforts. This policy ensures that conflict is managed in a manner that respects the rights and development needs of local communities, promotes biodiversity conservation, encourages self-reliance, and facilitates swift and informed decision-making. To realize these goals, must continue to develop and implement appropriate mitigation and monitoring methods. We are also building the capacity of communities, farmers, to respond effectively to conflict situations. While these measures are currently underway, their full implementation requires additional financial resources. Honorable Deputy Speakers, honorable members, in response to question 1, human-wildlife, the answer, I'm going straight to the answer, I'm not going to read the questions. Human-wildlife conflict presents a persistent and complex challenge. The Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism has explored range, as I have mentioned, range of technical solutions aimed at mitigating these issues. However, it is important to recognize that certain species, such as elephants, can become habituated to specific deterrents, which necessitate continuous innovation and experimentation with new methods. Moreover, the nature of the conflict varies across regions. Even when involving the same species, for example, elephant in the northern and eastern part of the country primarily damage crops, while in the arid northwest, they tend to destroy water infrastructure. Okay. Some management and mitigation approaches are relatively straightforward. Livestock losses, for instance, can be reduced by ensuring animals are kept in strong kraals at night. In other cases, more advanced solutions such as electric fencing may be required, although these come with significant financial implications. To address these challenges, the ministry is implementing a series of immediate and long-term interventions. These include the construction of protective barriers around community water points to prevent elephant damages, the building of crocodile enclosures to safeguard communities, and the erection of predator-proof livestock kraals for farmers. Additional measures involve the use of chili-based deterrent to keep elephant away from crops and garden nighttime field guarding by ministry officials and community members, and the installation of electrical fences in strategic areas. In cases where animals pose persistent threats, the ministry may resort to translocation and, at last resort, to the destruction of species problem causing wildlife. Furthermore, alternative water sources are being provided for elephants and other wildlife animals located away from human settlement. The ministry is also deploying animal collaring technology to enable early warning systems for nearby community and farmers, alongside ongoing community awareness and education campaign. On the second question, the answer is as follows. Let me make it unequivocal clear that it is not government policy to provide compensation to communities and farmers for losses incurred during wildlife animals. Compensation schemes implemented in other jurisdictions have proven to be problematic and susceptible to abuse. Therefore, there is a pressing need to identify alternative mechanisms that can offset the losses caused by wildlife while fostering the self-reliance of our farmers. Although the government cannot be held legally accountable for damages caused by wildlife animals, it is recognized a moral obligation to support affected communities and farmers. In light of this, the government has adopted the Human-Wildlife Conflict Self-Reliance Scheme. This policy framework was established to provide direct support to farmers who suffer losses to livestock and crops, to promote the equitable distribution of wildlife-related benefits, and to fulfill the moral responsibility of the government in cases where family loses a member due to an encounter with certain wildlife species under circumstances where the individuals could not reasonably have been expected to defend themselves. In such tragic cases, families often face significant funeral and related expenses. The scheme also extends support to individuals who suffer injuries caused by wildlife animals. We continue to implement the Human-Wildlife Conflict Self-Reliance Scheme, and I am pleased to inform this House that payments under the scheme have recently been reviewed and increased. It is important to emphasize that we are not reviewing any compensation framework, and as such, framework does not exist. The support provided under this scheme is not compensation for the value of life of a person. That just must be underlined, but rather a means to assist bereaved families with funeral and related costs. To this end, the payment for funeral expenses has been increased from 5,000 Namibian dollars to 100,000 Namibian dollars. The payment process has also been significantly improved. Claims received in Windhoek are now processed within 48 hours, and claims related to human fatality can be submitted electronically from the ministry offices located in all regions. To enhance efficiency, the ministry has recruited 3 interns who assist staff members and the Game Product Trust Fund in processing these claims. These claims are received daily and pertain to crop damage, livestock losses, injuries to person, and in some unfortunate cases, the loss of human life. We move to question 3. The answer: I wish to inform this august House that the ministry has successfully revised the management plans for all national parks across the country. These updated plans are designed to enhance the sustainable management of our protected areas and to align conservation efforts with national development priorities. As part of this strategic revision, provision have been made to encourage tourism investment within protected areas. This includes targeted support for community-based tourism enterprises, which play a vital role in promoting inclusive economic growth, creating employment opportunities, and ensuring that local community benefit directly from conservation and tourism activities. In addition, the ministry is currently developing a comprehensive spatial tourism master plan for the country. This plan will serve as a guide framework to optimize tourism development by identifying key zones for investment, improving infrastructure planning, and ensuring that tourism growth is environmentally and sustainable and social inclusive. On the last question 4 and last question, the answer: the Nature Conservation Amendment Act of 1995, Act number 5, provides the legal framework for establishment of conservancies. These conservancies have become instrumental in benefiting rural communities through both hunting and photographic tourism. As of today, there are 86 conservancies established across the country, directly benefiting approximately 344 members and their communities. In addition, the government, through the Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism, adopted the National Policy of Tourism and Wildlife Conservation on state land in 2007. This policy was subsequently enacted into a law in 2017 as the Nature Conservation Amendment Act, Act number 3 of 2017. This legislation empowers local communities through conservancies to derive tangible benefits from conservation and tourism activities within protected areas and other state land. The implementation of this law is well underway, and communities are now generating meaningful income from wildlife and tourism, which supports their livelihood and contributes to to employment or creation. Currently, 38 conservancies are actively engaged in tourism-related activities. There are 74 joint ventures tourism agreements in place between conservancies and business enterprises, which have resulted in the employment of 934 full-time and 104 part-time or seasonal workers. Furthermore, 57 conservancies are involved in hunting operations, employing 165 full-time and 80 part-time individuals. Collectively, conservancy members generate approximately 170 million Namibian dollars annually from wildlife and tourism activities for their use in their own communities. These figures serve to illustrate the significant and growing benefits that local communities are deriving from conservation and tourism activities. Honorable Deputy Speakers, honorable members, I trust that this clarify and adequately address the questions raised by Honorable Likando. I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable. Any follow-up with regard to the answer? Okay.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, for the reply. I just want to find out, because you mentioned in your statement that now it is 48 hours payment. After the claim, it's 48 hours. Because previously, what is documented in human wildlife compensation policy is that the incident should be reported. After it is reported, the game rangers should verify that incident before the documents are sent to Windhoek in order to be processed. So I just want to find out that there is no longer that part of verification. That's number one, since it's 48 hours. And then number two, I want to find out when will the ministry decentralize this process of payment instead of centralizing it to Windhoek. Honorable Speaker, thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Minister.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable Likando, thank you for the follow-up question. I just think I need to clarify. Yes, the 48 hours that I have mentioned is in the case when a human life is lost. Yes, there are certain damages that requires inspection and establishing the fact that is put on papers. But where a human life is lost, yes, it's 48 hours. And especially in Windhoek, and also previously people were required to submit and wait, but it's now improved to 48 hours. And also to speed up the process, I have indicated that in support to the permanent staff, we have now interns, 3 interns that are also helping out for the process to be, to speed up the process. On the question on decentralized services, yeah, I think decentralization is what we all try to do. We need to bring services to the people, but that requires quite a lot of logistic planning and also to look on issues that in terms of employers, infrastructures and all that, and machinery, because it's not just to say you will start. It requires quite a lot, but it's the will and it's the wish, I think, not only for the Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism, but I think for the whole OMAS, that we decentralize our services to bring services close to our people. I thank you.
Thank you very much. That's said and done. We are now at 7980. It's a question by Honorable Amupanda to the Right Honorable Prime Minister. Anyone put a question on behalf of Honorable Amupanda?
I will defer the question, Deputy Speaker.
Oh, you don't put the question?
No, we'll defer it.
Okay. Thank you. 81. 82, 83, 84. Okay, 95. It's a question by Honorable Klute to the Minister of International Relations and Trade. Does Honorable Klute put the question?
Deputy Speaker, you may defer.
Oh, you defer. Okay. Then it's 99. Honorable Lucato. Sorry, sorry, Minister is not here. I thought Dino is, sorry. Yeah. I mean, he's more closer to Dino than you, Honorable. Okay. Honorable Ngari, no, Minister is not here. 102, Honorable Nashinge, to the Minister of Moshindange. Okay, I hope we have him in his prayers for the bereavement. Does anyone put the question on behalf or defer? Thank you. Honorable Nashinge, defer. 105, sorry. Oh, 103 is also deferred, ne? Okay, what? Yeah? Come again? Honorable Wise?
I don't know, you jumped question 99. I don't know.
99?
Eh? Whose?
99, I even, it's where I was,
No.
It's education.
No, look at it. I don't, it's recorded wrongly there. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's why your name suits you, you know. Okay, maybe table office. We made an error there, isn't it? Or can we verify the question reads, ask the Minister of Education, Innovation, Sports, Arts and Culture, what steps has the Ministry of Justice taken towards establishing a Truth and Reconciliation Commission in Namibia? What legislative policy measures has your ministry, and definitely it can't be the Ministry of Education, it can only be the ministry. So I don't know, Elder, are you the one who recorded correctly or it's the table office? I need to... Come again? It's you. Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's why you are elder. Honesty. The man is just honest because he can easily say it's not him. And then we look for the fault somewhere else. And with that honesty, I think we condone the heading. And if the minister is ready, he can dispose of. Are you ready, Minister? Okay.
Ready I am, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Okay.
But if the question,
no.
if as per the intentions of the mover of the question is directed to the Ministry of Education, then I'm the one that have misdirected myself.
No.
Yeah.
I think I've cleared that. I asked the honorable member, and he said he's the one who made the mistake.
Oh, okay.
I think I cleared that. Honorable Lucato.
Who is the question meant for?
Is the question meant for education or is the question meant for justice? Just switch on. Yes.
Honorable Speaker, point of correction. The question, it is directed to the Minister of Justice.
Okay, thank you very much. Do you now put the question?
Yes, I put question.
Thank you. Yes, Honorable. I think with the honesty, he was honest. I want to condone, to say, I think it's just the heading, but the subject matter is addressed to the responsible ministry. So I seek just the indulgence of redirecting, correcting the heading of the question to the right responsible ministry. Thank you, Honorable Minister. You have now the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. I raise on the strength of Rule 134, Sub-Rule 2, read with Rule 132, to respond to a question put by Honorable Rukato. This question is one that seeks answers as to whether government has plan in place aiming at establishing the Truth and Reconciliation Commission to investigate, what is being alleged to be the incident against humanity committed during the liberation struggle and after independence. Honorable Deputy Speaker, I think from the onset I want to put it on record that the commitment of the SWAPO Party government to the cause of justice, to the call for reconciliation, and to the democratic governance remain uncontestable or uncontested to date. So in that regard, Honorable Deputy Speaker, it's also important to note that the path to independence has been one is one that has been marked and characterized by unimaginable suffering, sacrifices, hardship, and resilience. In recognition of that, our founding fathers, as we know them, have foresaw that the journey to freedom will not only be painful, but it's also one that demanded courage of conviction, not only in struggle, but also in forgiveness. It is for this reason, Honorable Deputy Speaker, honorable members, that on the 1st of February 1968, the late Andiba Toivo Yatoivo, one of the founding members of this august house, expounded in the Supreme Court in Pretoria that the struggle will be long and bitter, reflecting the brutality that Namibians faced under the South African rule. Consistent with this, Honorable Speaker, honorable members, at independence, government deliberately chose a framework rather, of amnesty and reconciliation anchored in the Constitution and the Amnesty Proclamation number AG 13 and number AG 16 of 1989. This legal instrument, Honorable Speaker, extended protection to all parties to the conflict, including the brave former members of the People's Liberation Army of Namibia, PLAN, and the South African Security Forces, thereby ensuring that peace was not undermined by cycle of retribution. This difficult but necessary choice gave Namibia a fresh beginning, avoided division, and laid the foundation for reconciliation, unity, and stability that we are all enjoying today. Since then, Honorable Speaker, honorable members, national reconciliation has been advanced through the institutions such as the Namibian Police, Ombudsman, and our courts, which provide remedy for human rights violation and social grievances. No matter what the form they assume, as a country, we have also embraced the constitutional duty under Article 95 to pursue justice, equality, and the healing of historical wounds. The government's forgiving approach under the leadership of the founding president, Dr. Sam Nujoma, then was not one of denial, but one of pragmatism, aiming at building a nation where bitterness would not dictate, but rather our collective destiny. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, honorable members, For this reason, the Ministry of Justice and Labor Relations, in line with the government policy, up to this very hour, does not have planned to establish a Truth and Reconciliation Commission. Instead, we remain convinced that the existing reconciliation framework, although imperfect, has successfully preserved peace, stability, and unity for over 3 decades. This effort enjoys the overwhelming support of every Namibian. On strengthening the independence of key democratic institutions, which is our primary focus, democracy is sustained by trust in institutions and processes. It's therefore vital that the Electoral Commission, the Office of Ombudsman, and the Auditor General and other entities that are, or constitutional establishment that are established to ensure a peaceful coexistence, continue to remain independent and to operate beyond reproach. So finally, Honorable Deputy Speaker, I wish to stress that the nation has chosen reconciliations over revenge, stability over division, institutional confidence and investment in trust, investment of trust in processes over ad hoc remedies. These choices, although not without criticism, as it appears, have secured the peace, democracy, freedom we all share today. Notwithstanding, we will continue as government refining our democratic architectures, not as a matter of formality, but as a living testament to our shared belief in justice, unity, and the destiny of every Namibian. I so submit, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. Are you satisfied, Honorable Member?
So, Honorable Deputy Speaker, I think I will come up with the motion. So ready. Thank you so much for your response.
Okay. Thank you so much, Elder. Okay, I'm just seeking your indulgence, honorable members. I saw the name of Honorable Karonda, but I can't get the number. Yeah. No, I want 88. Okay. Yeah, Honorable Karonda. Okay. Sorry. No, the minister is not here, but I thought, because we skipped your name and I saw you coming in, I just wanted to dispose of your question, but I was not aware that the minister is not in. Okay.
Of labor be availed, because
no, the response is public. That one is public. Okay. We go now to 88. 104. Yes. No, we were at 99. 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 108, 109. Oh, then he just came in. Huh? Okay, 105, ne? Sorry. Okay, 105. Does the honorable member put the question?
Yes, I do put the question, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Minister of Home Affairs. 1 second. Are you ready? Okay, we'll come back to you. Honorable Mbuti, do you put the question? Yeah?
Yes, I did put the question. Thank you.
Okay, Honorable Minister of Gender.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker. I take the floor to respond to a question that was posed by Honorable Mbuti. question 1 that speaks or asks about the measurable impact on GPV protection unit and regional shelters have on reducing incidents of GBV. I wish to respond that the Gender-Based Violence Protection Unit and regional shelters play a crucial role in mitigating gender-based violence as they provide immediate safe refuge and psychosocial support to survivors, which is essential for their recovery and empowerment. The Ministry of Gender Equality and Child Welfare recognizes the importance of psychosocial support for survivors and has thus prioritized designated social workers at the GBV Protection Unit. However, it's important to note that this is a center that is meant with other agencies, other ministries. For example, the Ministry of Home Affairs, Immigration, Safety and Security is also providing service, offering that one-stop shop for our survivors. Question 2 that asks about the 2024-2025 financial year in terms of fewer survivors who are just 400 that has sought shelter despite over the 17,669 GBV cases that were recorded annually. I wish to respond that across the country in 8 regions, currently we do have shelters, but we should also take note that not every survivor requires shelter service. And the number only reflects those who were found to be in need of these shelter services. Furthermore, strategic expansion of safe houses across all regions is planned because we do notice that this is a very essential service that we need to have. Therefore, our plan to expand to the other regions where we currently do not have shelters. To address these gaps, the ministry has allocated a dedicated budget vote towards shelters with plans to expand safe houses into regions that are lacking these facilities. The last question, question number 3, in terms of when will the ministry transition to fully electronic centralized system that allows for real-time reporting, accountability, public access to GBV data by region. My response is that as a ministry, we recognize the importance of a fully electronic centralized system for real-time reporting and transparent management of the gender-based violence data. In this regard, the ministry established an electronic case management system used by our social workers. In terms of reporting on official GBV statistics, as I indicated again, this falls in the purview of the Namibian police. I just want to expand on this question by stating that what we have done in this financial year, the ministry in collaboration with Namibia Statistics Agency and the Namibian Police, the Office of the Prime Minister and the United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA, we are working towards establishing an integrated GBV monitoring and evaluation system to track, to analyze, and to improve our efforts to prevent and respond to gender-based violences. The primary purpose is to move simply from counting cases and to instead understand what works and for whom and why. The system will help government to collect credible data and build evidence for policy development and evaluation. It will also demonstrate government interventions, programs implemented, and also it will enhance our accountability as custodians of government resources. The database is envisaged to answer questions like how are we meeting our mandates, whether we are on track, or whether we are meeting the targets as planned, and whether the funds are being used responsibly to serve those in need. This database is envisioned to be finalized by the year end 2027. I hope and I trust that I've responded to the 3 questions that were posed. Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable Member.
Thank you. Is the member satisfied?
Thank you so very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Thank you very much also, Honorable Minister, for the answers. I just want to ask, can the Minister give a timeline as to when they are planning to provide shelter to all regions in Namibia? Thank you.
Okay. Since it was shelters, it's impossible, but yeah, they want to hear from you.
Deputy Speaker, I think I'll be repeating myself. I did allude to it that we have made budgetary provision to start expanding the shelters. You should also take note, Honorable Member, Honorable Deputy Speaker, that this is a capital project and it will not materialize in one financial year. But I can still come back to the House to provide details, even in terms of the regions that we intend to commence with.
Thank you. Thank you, Dangi. Okay, we now go to question 110, Honorable Lucato. Do you put a question, Honorable Lucato?
I pose question, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's a new English, they pose the question, don't put. Kambala, you know, must level the English. Okay, Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable Members. I rise to address the critical questions posed by Honorable Martin Lucato regarding a very critical subject dear to all of us hearts, the tax compliance. Honorable Lucato, under your question 1, I would want to respond as follows. The Income Tax Act applies universally, encompassing all individuals, and rental income is indeed subject to taxation. However, it is noteworthy that those involved in rental activities can deduct legitimate business-related expenses. This may include costs such as property rates, taxes, insurance that are directly associated with the rental operations, thereby potentially reducing the taxable income when compared to total revenue. It is also very, very important to clarify that the revenue by itself does not determine taxable income. For individual taxpayers, taxable income is considered to be an amount, any amount, exceeding 100,000 Namibian dollars. As a result, if a landlord income remains below this threshold, they will not be subject to any taxable income. For instance, if a property generates a rental income of 2,500 per month, this would amount to, say, 30,000 Namibian dollars per year, which is below the taxable limit. Then, if you don't have any other income, then that will not be subject to taxation. On the second question, again from Honorable Lucato, I wish to inform that our tax returns are structured to capture rental income from both landlords and tenants. And as per all those many schedules that we have in terms of taxation, there's a Schedule 9 that requires all the individuals, especially landlords and tenants, to complete that schedule. Furthermore, it is important for all taxpayers to affirm the accuracy and truthfulness of their tax returns at the time of submission. Please be aware, all of us, that incorrect declaration may result in potential legal consequences. Therefore, what we know is that the Namibia Revenue Agency regularly conducts audits of individual tax returns to ensure they are complete and accurate, confirming that everyone pays the correct taxes owed. We strive to balance our resources by employing a risk-based audit approach our commitment remains strong in collecting sector operations in Namibia. I would want to inform, as per the questions raised by Honorable Rukato, that as of 2025, Namibia has a total of 7 authorized banking entities, along with one entity holding a provisional license. These banking entities are authorized to conduct banking businesses in terms of the Banking Institutions Act of 2023. Now, the other question from Honorable Rukato is also to find out whether all these 7 banking institutions, whether there is one that is owned by Namibians or owned by Namibia. 6 of these are owned by foreign shareholders, while one is wholly owned by, or wholly owned Namibian banking institution. Let me put it that way. Then the last question talks to those whether those bank states how many beneficiaries and so forth. Registered banks are essential to the Namibian economy, serving as the backbone for savings, loans, and payment transactions. Their primary customers are local businesses and residents. By the end of June 2025, these banks held total assets amounting to 179.1 billion Namibian dollars, with loans and advances accounting for the largest share, that is 116.7 billion Namibian dollars. On the liability side, because that was also a question, Namibians have entrusted 137.3 billion Namibian dollars in savings to these banks. Additionally, share capital and reserves come to 23.9 billion Namibian dollars. It is worth noting that 4 of these banks are publicly listed on the stock exchange, allowing Namibians to easily invest in the banking sector whenever they choose. Lastly, I just need to say that a new banking institution from West Africa is in the process of establishing a Namibian registered bank, currently operating under a provisional license. We are pleased to share that the final assessment is currently underway as part of this process. Given the promising growth of our economy, it is anticipated that there will be a notable increase in the number of banks serving in the country. Key factors, including the size of the banking population, play a vital role in this development. Moreover, maybe with the oil discoveries and all other sectors that are growing, we might be seeing more banks opening in our economy. Like I have said, Honorable Deputy Speaker, these questions are very critical, and I thank Honorable Rukato for putting forward these questions, and I have attempted to answer, which I believe 100% answered, and with that, I thank you.
Thank you very much. You satisfied, Honorable Member?
What was this question?
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Minister, thank you very much, my sister. I need only a copy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And rest assured, I will not bring a motion. Okay, thank you. Can I go back to 105? Are you ready, Honorable Minister? Okay, does Honorable Ihemba put the question? Ihemba.
I put the question, Deputy.
Thank you. No, she's ready. That's why she stood up. Only how many? 5?
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you.
The question, as I stand to respond to to the question put by Honorable Vilo Yemba on the 11th of September 2025 on certificates of conduct. I present the compliments and I want to respond as such without reading the questions one by one, but I'm just going straight to the response, which is very short. The Namibian Police Automation Biometric Information System have been robustly operational since 2014. As technology evolves and social demand changes, it necessitated the need for software and hardware updates upgrading. What happened during June and July 2025? The Information Communication Technology Technical Team within NAMPOL has been busy doing a software upgrade, which caused the system to collapse due to the old software. However, the team worked around the clock to restore this critical service. The ministry is in the process of revamping this whole system to be at par with the modern social demand, to improve productivity and public service delivery at large. However, an agreement on software upgrade contract was signed between the Ministry of Home Affairs, Immigration, Safety and Security, and the supplier. The government of the Republic of Namibia availed
105.
the funds.
105. Hello, Honorable Member, I'm directed by the members here that you are not at 105. Huh? 105. It's against, can the minister take the House in confidence to confirm or deny allegations of prevalent in the holding cells? Sort of, yeah. Yo. 105.
Just give me that. The questions are too many, you know.
Yeah, okay. But the one you are answering is which one? One?
That one does not have a number.
Oh.
The challenge is that the numbers are not there.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Let me.
Yeah, okay. Then that brings us now, I don't know. Okay. We've got now 3 minutes. Maybe. Chief Whips? No. Let me just make the announcement. Chief Whips, I don't know when we come to an agreement. Now others are saying, let's meet now, others, but we agreed tomorrow. Okay. There is 2 issues I want to bring to your attention. It's the Chief Whip's meeting of tomorrow, 10 C1. I see there are those members whose Chief Whips are not here, and will send a notice. Please, can you just, at least by, I don't know how now, either to the Deputy Secretary, send the person who should receive the notification for those who are not here. But just officially, we wanted to send the notification. Then the other one is about the draft report about the SADC protocol, which the members, we have all agreed during standing rules that the due date is 28. The staff is ready. They will send the draft as per our discussion of standing rules. Those comments must be reach the members the Secretariat tomorrow afternoon, so that by Tuesday we want to dispose of the draft agreement in terms of to be adopted by the House. I think it's very critical, that one, for the sake of the international and the signature and going forward. We all have reached consensus. Whatever inputs are there. I just wanted to reiterate that we will send the draft as agreed, that was discussed Wednesday, but members can just check and consolidate whether that was the agreement. But please, if there are anything, let it reach the staff before close of business tomorrow, and then I think Monday we'll also do that follow-up. so that by Tuesday when I move the report, at least the draft is as a matter of consensus what we have discussed. On that very note, please. The good rain? Okay. Oh. Unless you say you give me money. Huh? No.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, on point of privilege. Tomorrow, no, let me not even talk about tomorrow. Is it our understanding that when the bosses, the chief whips meet tomorrow, is still to ensure that the budget is done before the end of the month?
No, yes and no. The meeting of tomorrow is to set up the timetable in terms of time allocation and time slots. And that is the intention, to dispose it off in terms of the consensus we are going to reach. Yeah. Okay. I think you have a chief whip, isn't it? Delegate him and empower him to come to the meeting with your mandate. Okay. PM, help me. Yes.
Okay.
No, Honorable, you see, PM, if, I don't know what is the issue now. Because if it's about the Chief Whip's forum, that one we have discussed, every Chief Whip is going to be there. Okay. PM, Agenda House, we can take all these matters offline.
Yes, I move that Honorable Deputy Chair, I move that the House stand adjourned until Tuesday, ne?
Yeah.
Tuesday, 14:30.
Thank you very much.